All pilots are members of the Mile High Club.
Hindi lahat ng piloto malandi.
Hello everyone, I'm Franco,
And Mike,
and welcome to the Pilot Talk Show.
for tonight's segment, we are playing a game called Truth or Chos. So for tonight's segment, we have 10 statements about pilots. And we'll be saying if it's true, truth, or if it's a lie. Chos. For the first statement, Franco, pilots must have perfect vision.
For me, Chos. Truth. For me, it's Chos because pilots don't need perfect vision in a sense that
Well, yeah.
there's pilots who have eyeglasses.
Yes. Okay, I get your point. So, you need to have 20/20 vision with or without glasses.
Yeah.
Okay. But they also test you for color blindness using Ishihara test.
Yes.
Ishihara. Huwag mo na pa-spell.
Yun yung importante, yung Ishihara test.
Ishihara.
Kasi that will determine if a pilot is colorblind or not.
Okay.
So pilots have to be not colorblind.
Kaya ba ang mga pilots hindi marunong umibig?
Bakit?
Kasi love is blind.
So for our second statement, both pilots cannot eat the same meal. Truth or Chos? Truth. Okay.
Tama. Tama.
Bakit?
Tama. Well, kasi pag dalawa yung pilots and then they're eating the same food, if there's something wrong with the food, paano silang magkakasakit or mag-food poison? So, by regulations, may sariling food yung captain, may sariling food yung first officer.
Okay. Para yun nga. Now, paano kung tatlo yung piloto?
Well, hindi yun yung question eh.
Pag tatlo yung piloto, yung dalawa doon, pwedeng same food, yung isa, pwedeng iba. So the concept there is, may matitirang isang piloto pag magka-food
Yeah.
poisoning.
Ako naman kasi, it's very rare for me to eat yung food na pinoprovide sa atin. Kasi every time we have a layover, I like to buy food dun sa airport. So usually, like for example, sa Japan, I would buy yung mga ramen.
Yeah, sarap nga.
Or sa Australia, meron sila mga masasarap na wrap. Sa Dubai, meron sila ng mga shawarma. So I usually buy that. And then yun yung kinakain ko in flight.
So at least, in a way, medyo sure ka na rin na wala kang kapareho.
Yeah. Next question is, do pilots get free flights? Alam na natin yan.
Chos.
Lagi mo pinapahiya sa... lagi kang kontra. O sige, bakit Chos?
Chos, kasi technically, hindi naman siya free flights di ba?
Well,
Technically lang.
Technically.
Pero considered na rin as free flight.
Yeah.
Pero sinasabi kong technically, hindi siya free flight kasi may ibabayaran tayong taxes. In a way, free flight ka, but may konting tax.
Okay. Ikaw
Let's
ba
say-
madalas mo magamit tong mga free flights nito?
Usually, let's say, lilipad ako ng Cebu. So, Manila to Cebu, that's a free flight, pero may babayaran ako like 200 pesos.
Okay. Ako Manila to Australia kasi yung ex ko
Wow!
sa Australia. So sabi ko, di ba, lulubos-lubusin ko na tong free flights para
Sabagay.
afam yung madate ko. Libre.
So, pero magkano ba usually ang...
Pero hindi ko na iniisip yung cost sa pag-ibig. Kahit magkano.
Pwede. So for the fourth statement, the airplane lands itself. Truth or Chos? Chos.
Chos.
So bakit Chos?
Well, first we have to explain. Yes, the airplane can land itself, fly itself all the way to the runway, but there is still pilot intervention.
True.
So when does this happen? Kailan tayo nagla-land ng AutoLand, ang tawag namin?
So, as pilots, may option ka na mag-AutoLand. So usually ginagamit to if the weather is bad.
Yes. Like if there's fog, there's snow, there's sand, and talagang hindi namin makita yung runway, we are allowed to do AutoLand, but it's not really completely automatic. We still have to like disengage the thrust, cancel the auto brakes, and once we are on the runway, eventually we still have to steer the aircraft out of the runway.
Yeah, so in short, hindi pwedeng walang piloto pa maglaland ng eroplano kahit automatic.
Dahil kailangan may trabaho pa rin kami after
Tama.
nito. For the fifth statement about pilots, pilots always fly the same route.
Chos.
Chos.
So for me, it's a chos because sa atin, like for me, for my routes, iba-iba kasi yung pinupuntahan natin eh.
Paano yung Chos?
Chos.
Chos. Our airline has so many destinations. Cebu, Davao, Middle East, domestic, Australia, Southeast Asia. Even for the smaller planes, mas marami pa. So, sa dami ng routes na yon, although pare-pareho sila, minsan matagal bago maulit yung destination mo. But, we are very lucky na our airline allows us to request a route. So, if I want to spend like winter, halimbawa sa Australia or sa Middle East, we can request. Kung gusto mong kumain ng Korean,
Request ka ng Korea flight.
Korea flights.
Now the question is there a type of flying that you fly the same route all the time?
Probably for the smaller planes,
Yeah.
for the smaller airlines that are just catering to specific
Yeah.
routes. Yun yung talaga.
Let's say, for example, a small airline company that caters to a resort. So those airlines have the same route because they just bring passengers to the resort, right?
Yeah. So in the end, it's a
It's a
Chos.
definite chos.
Depends on your airline.
So for the statement number 6, co-pilots aren't real pilots. Ano sa tingin mo?
Sakit mo naman magsalita.
Oo nga, gulat ako eh. Siyempre, chos. Sino ba nagsabi nun?
Parang nag-YouTube lang tayo on the side, pero may trabaho pa rin naman tayo.
Grabe
Chos.
naman yan.
Chos.
Kasi co-pilots kaming dalawa eh.
Oo.
So, i-protect mo tayo.
Yeah.
Bakit, chos?
So, in the aircraft, there are two pilots. You have the captain, and then you have the first officer, like us.
Yeah.
They are both trained on the aircraft, equally capable then. The first officer, which is us, we can do the decision-making during the flight. But the captain can have the final say when it comes to like serious decisions then.
Yeah, because he is pilot in command. He will always have the last say.
Then, number 2, sometimes dalawa yung leg, nagsasalit-salit yan. One pilot will fly it, for example, going to Dubai, and then the other pilot will fly it from Dubai back to Manila. And
Pwede
it
din
doesn't
yung-
mean na walang ginagawa yung isa.
Yeah, that's true.
So now we have the pilot flying and the pilot monitoring. So for example, pilot flying, ako talaga yung lumilipad ng aircraft. And then I take care of avoiding weather, controlling the aircraft, moving it to like following the ATC instructions. And then you also have the pilot monitoring.
So if I'm pilot monitoring, I'll take care of ATC, talking with ATC, the air traffic control. I'll be logging fuel entries on our login sheets. I'll monitor, of course, the pilot flying.
Yes.
So it's not like walang ginagawa yung pilot monitoring.
So it's true what they say, two heads are better than one.
Yeah.
So definitely, isang malaking
Chos.
Chos. Okay, so next statement is, pilots have parachutes. Chos.
Chos. Because we don't have parachutes because number 1, hindi naman kami pwedeng tumalon sa labas ng eroplano kasi let's say 40,000 feet tatalon ka, hindi ka makakahinga unang-una.
The highest na makakahinga ka is around 13,000
Yeah, 13,000 feet pa. Pangalawa, there is a obligation of the captain because he's the last one to leave the plane, lalo na in emergency procedures or emergency situations.
Pangatlo lang. Ito, i-clear ko lang. Hindi ako galit. Never kami nang iiwan. Kami ang iniiwan. Hindi, like yun, we will never leave yung mga passengers behind. So, kami as crew, if there's an emergency or we had to evacuate the aircraft, kami ang pinaka-last na mangiiwan.
It's our mission to save our passengers. Okay, so for statement 8, domestic pilots are different from international pilots.
Truth or Chos?
Chos. Bakit Chos?
Well, I get this question a lot na parang tinatanong nila, Mike, ano ka ba? Domestic pilot ka
I
ba?
get that also,
Or
especially in
international pilot
family
ka ba?
gatherings.
So lagi kong sagot, pang-international ang beauty ko. But seriously, it really depends on your airline or what plane you fly.
Yeah.
For example, our airline and the plane that we flies both domestically and internationally.
Yeah.
So the moment you join, automatic both malilipad mo na.
True.
But we do have aircrafts that are all domestic,
Yeah.
which is yung ATR, the ones you see na may propellers.
So basta may propeller ka, yeah. So those fly
Normally,
domestically.
Catering
Exclusively
to the smaller,
domestically.
Catering to the smaller airports naman.
Okay, for the last statement. All pilots are members of the Mile High Club.
Truth or Chos?
Well, what is the Mile High Club?
Ooh la la.
I can't explain it wholesomely kasi here eh.
Bakit sa akin ba tinatanong?
Ikaw, please explain, Mike.
Ang hirap i-explain, pero alam ko si Captain,
Ano, pati si Captain... Pero ako definitely hindi ako kasama doon. Ikaw?
virgin pa ako eh.
Well, so I guess it's a definite
Chos, para sa mga virgin.
hindi lahat ng piloto kasali.
Hindi lahat ng piloto malandi. Okay, for our second to the last statement, beards are not allowed.
Beards are not allowed.
Truth or Chos?
Chos.
Truth.
Truth? Chos? Kasi for me, first of all, marami tayong workmates na may beards, na may facial hair.
Yeah, but like, if you're talking about yung beard, baka naman yung parang pwede mo nang suklayin. Because we have an oxygen mask in the cockpit. Kapag may beard ka, sumisingaw yung oxygen doon. So, nalilimit siya.
Okay. So in that sense, if it's yung mahaba na talaga,
Yeah.
bawal na.
Oo.
It also depends on the dress code or like the hygiene code of the company. Kasi I think it depends on the company as well.
Yeah.
If the company requires you to be clean shaven or,
So definitely, it's a truth.
if it's long.
Yeah. Okay guys, so thank you for staying and watching our Truth or Chos segment. Meron ba silang natutunan? Parang wala naman silang
Yun nga eh. If may natutunan kayo or may gusto kayong malaman, please leave it in the comment section below.
But don't forget, basta piloto, manloloko, usually Chos. Pero mag-like and subscribe pa rin kayo.
Yes, please, and don't forget to hit that notification bell to know if we have new videos. Again, I'm Franco,
And this is Mike.
and this is the Pilot Talk Show.